Welcome to the live. Welcome to the stream. Excuse me. Welcome to wherever you are watching this at. Today's live is going to be very informative, very transformative, and honestly, I just really feel like today's live is going to have a lot of value. I don't have a report. I'm strictly going off of the dome today because I just feel like I have so much to say. Okay, so I'm gonna put a lot of energy into this live. I'm gonna put a lot of energy into what I'm gonna teach you guys today. And the one thing I want to say is just screen record or take notes because I can already feel. Thank you for the compliment. Somebody said nice hair. I just got a lot of energy. Like I got a lot to say. All right. So comment down below if you're ready. Comment down below if you are ready. Comment down below if you're ready. Comment down below if you're ready. Say I'm ready. Say fire emoji. Say something. Let me know that you here for the cause. Let me know because I'm ready. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? I'm not going until I see that you say you ready. Period. I need some emojis, something. All right, great. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to say is a lot of people are getting their karma and what they deserve. A lot of people are getting exactly what they deserve, whether that be good or bad, whether that be positive or negative. And it's so enlightening to see because I feel like a couple of months ago, these people were throwing their energy on other people. These people were burdening other people with their bullshit, with their shit that they're not working on, with their emotions, wasn't having any type of care in the world for other people. And I just feel like this year is really elevating people very quickly. I feel like this year is really causing people to look in the mirror and they're being given a lot of people who are mirrors. So whoever did you wrong, they dealing with that shit right now. And they're learning from it. And when I say they're dealing with that shit, I don't mean like, oh, God giving them what they deserve. God giving. That's not what I'm trying to say. Most High life, whatever it is giving them what they need to evolve. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be looking at someone like you gonna get this. You gonna get back what you gave me. No. You should just leave it alone. But trust and believe that people are receiving the lessons that they need to evolve. Because a lot of these people have hurt you with their ignorance, with their lack of education, with their lack of knowingness when it comes to how to treat people, how to care about people, how to love on people. You know? And it's so, it's funny to see. It's nice to see. It's good to see people being dealt what they gave. And that's the thing about 2025. 2025 is the year of the snake. So you're not going to betray people or do people dirty and think you're not going to get what's coming, which is a lesson. You feel me? And I think what's so powerful and enlightening about everything that's going on is that this year more than ever is a very mental year. It's a very mental year. And the reason why I say this is because even me, like I had this realization like, okay, I just need to focus on mastering my mind. As long as I can master my mind, my life will go where I need it to be. And anytime that I found myself not being where I want to be, it's because I stopped doing what worked. A lot of y'all, you have had experiences and you have had moments where you saw everything work for you, but you're lacking the consistency. Just because you come across a temporary defeat don't mean that path is not for you. Some of y'all, when you get knocked down, you think that knockdown means you're in the wrong position or on the wrong path when that's not the case. Some of y'all, the knockdown is proof that you're doing what you're supposed to do. And the reason why I say this is because it's uncomfortable for you. It's growth. And I'm going to express to y'all what I've been doing. I'm going to teach you what I've been doing. And I've actually been teaching this stuff on my mystery school. So let me tell you what I did. I went back to the very first book that taught me about my mind. Today's live is about mastering your mind, mastering this thing right here, because I feel like a lot of y'all have forgotten what got you here. I feel like, and now I'm getting personable. Now I'm feeling the type of way. And excuse me for my energy, but it's like, you know, when you just have so much energy, you got to let it out. This is my place to let it out. Okay? This is my place to let it out. So I'm gonna let it all out, and I want y'all to learn from this live, okay? I had to have such a real talk with myself, because you know when you super talented, you know when you overqualified and you're watching people who don't have half as much talent that you have, and you're one peaky reaching levels that you want to reach. And it's not that you look at them with envy or spite. Some of y'all do. I just look at them like, what am I not doing? Because if they are not as talented as me, if they don't have the skills that I have, then that means that they're just doing something that I can do that I'm choosing not to do. And sometimes we think we're too big. We think we're too good. We think to do the little things. And some of y'all have forgotten to do the little things that keep you going. Some of y'all watched me in 2021, 2022, and some of y'all watched me in 2023. Some of y'all think that what I'm saying is old. I keep repeating it, but there's a reason why. Because the truth will always be the truth. Why change up the truth if the truth is a fact? Right? And this is what I'm saying. Your life is not where you want to be because you have no control over yourself. That's it. That's it. It's not that you're not talented. It's not that you're overqualified. It's none of that. You're just not doing the actual work, which is discipline over yourself. Not discipline over your job, because you're good at your job. You're good at what you do. You show up. Yes, all of that. But your thoughts and the way that you think. And this is what I mean. What's stopping you is something so small. It could be your response. For example, right? Let me tell y'all something. I had a 60K month. At the age of 25 years old, I had a 60K month. Do you know what I was doing that month that I made 60K? Really, 67K? Do y'all want to know what stopped me? And I'll show you. I'll show you the screenshots just in case anybody, like, cause I always want to show facts. So hold on, I'm gonna show you. Schwab bank account. Schwab bank account. Schwab bank account. This is where I have my investment portfolio, right? So let me tell you, and the reason why I did that is psychologically, I can say whatever I want, but you need facts. You need to see something, right? So let me tell you what I did. The month that I made 60K this year, I was literally visualizing almost 2 hours a day. I was addicted to the meditations. I was addicted to the work. I was addicted to it. All I did was watch testimonies, listen to people. I wasn't listening to music. That's not to say that you can't listen to music, but I was just so infatuated with, I don't like where I am right now. I need to become a different version of me. I need to become a different version of me. And let me ask you something. How many of y'all are at that point now where you're like, I gotta become a different version of me. I'm at a wall. How many of y'all are at a wall and you're like, I need to become a different version of me now? I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you. But don't forget me when you level up. Don't forget me. So let me tell you what it is. When you start having success, a lot of people get cocky and they stop doing the thing that got them there. You want to know what got me to my first 6 figures? And I'm using money. I'm using money because it is a direct equivalent to my ability to create. You heard me? You like that? I'm using money because it's a direct proportion to my ability to create effectively. And my question is, who here don't want more money, right? That's why I'm using money to explain this, right? When I first started making money, what helped me was the fact that I was aggressively changing my mind. Meaning I would wake up and I would immediately put on Neville Goddard, Napoleon Hill, the classics. The classics. Because nowadays, every single book or any is all coming from Think and Grow Rich. It's all coming from that. Even Becoming Supernatural. I like Joe Dispenza's work because he actually gives you the science of it. But it's the same thing, right? So I was aggressively listening to it. I was aggressively reading books. That is all I consumed. Because what I needed to do was I needed to make positive thoughts show up in my brain more repetitively than negative thoughts. I needed to create the foundation, that foundational book. I needed to create the foundation of my mind. And what I realized was that I had stopped worrying about spending money. That doesn't mean that I wasn't smart. But where my belief was a strength, it made up in my lack of saving. Does that make sense? That's not to say that you shouldn't have financial literacy, right? But because I had so much belief and momentum and speed, and that's usually how people make their first 6 figures, 7 figures, because I had so much, whatever I spent always came back to me because that's what I thought. And you know what happens? When you live a life like that, people who don't have that level of belief and support, they feel uncomfortable and they try to make you cautious. They try to make you, wait, think about the negatives though. Think about what could happen though. Think about what could go wrong though. Which is understandable. I get it, right? But what I want you to understand is that nothing is going to change until you change the foundation of how you think. So now I feel like all I'm doing is going back to when you playing basketball, making a chest pass. What's up, Ashlyn? Making a chest pass, doing a layup, getting back to the fundamentals. Because guess what? If your 3-point is not dropping, you need to go do a layup to get your momentum. So you know what I did? Guys, do you understand? And I know this may sound like a lie, but I promise you. I started reading Think and Grow Rich in middle school. In about 7th, 8th grade, I started reading it. Did I all the way understand it? No, I did not. But what introduced me to this book, and it's on my TikTok shop too. But even then, like, you could get this wherever. Like, I don't give a fuck if you buy it from my TikTok shop or somewhere else. I really don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to get you to understand. So somebody, when I was in middle school, brought this book up, and you know what he did? He started counting cash. I don't got no cash. I don't got no cash in my hand. My cash in the bathroom. I got checks though. I got checks. You feel me? So what he started doing was he started counting cash in front of the kids, which was me. And he was like, if you want to get rich or if you want to make money, go get this book. And I'm like, damn, all I got to do is get a book and I could be rich. And I met him outside his truck and I was like, what book is it? Think and Grow Rich. And from that day forward, I started getting into personal development. Did I know what I was really doing? No. At 16, I read How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? But what you have to understand is at that young age, reading these things, don't you see why at 25, I can be a little bit more wiser than most people? It's because I started young, right? But besides that, the first thing that you need to understand is you need to burn the boats. Burn the boats. And this is what I mean. You need to get rid of plan B. If you are a winner, let me say that. If you are a winner, you need to burn the boats. And you may say, what does that mean? So there's a story in the Think and Grow Rich that is literally the first chapter of Desire, talks about how this guy is going to war with another country, another island, and he doesn't have as many people. So he's like, what can I do to make sure that we win? He literally get on the boats. They go to, I said drive. They swim. What the fuck do you say? They boat to the island. What the fuck do you say? They cruise. They sail to the island, right? After they sailed to the island, they burnt all of their boats. And he told his team, his crew, we either win or we perish. It's do or die. Do you know when you have that level of hunger where it's win or perish, do you know what happens? When you give yourself no option but to succeed, you find a way. Some of y'all, you guys give yourself options to leave. You give yourself options to quit, and then you wonder why you take it. You gotta stop doing that because it's stopping your growth. You have to think about this like the fat kid that you're trying to train. You have to tell that fat kid, you're not getting off of the treadmill. I don't care, right? But if you tell that kid, oh, get off run, but whenever you feel bad, just get off. What do you think he's gonna do? What do you think he's gonna do? What do you think he's gonna do? He is gonna get off any chance that he gets because you gave him an ultimatum. You gave him an ultimatum, and that's what y'all do. Y'all give yourself an ultimatum. That's why some of y'all don't lock in until you don't have no choice. That's why people don't change until something traumatic happens. Don't wait for something traumatic happens to finally want to change. Don't wait. Because if you're waiting for something traumatic to happen, it can happen, but it's kind of too late at that point. The damage is done. Right? So I read this book. I read the first chapter, right? And I literally bought this version because I was like, this is going to be my money Bible. I literally bought this before it was on TikTok Shop. I got it from Barnes & Noble. But I was like, this is going to be my money Bible. I already have the book. My last book is literally like coming out of the page. And I was like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to read every single line. I don't care how many times I read it. And this is going to be the one book that I read over and over and over. You want to know why? Because I don't want a plan B. I don't have a plan B. I'm focused on one thing. What is your one thing that you're focused on? Some of y'all are here. And it's hard for you to align your energy somewhere if you're focused here. Do you get what I'm saying? So you have to ask yourself, what is the one thing that can open up the door for everything I want to do? And when I realized that, I was like, money. That's for me. I said, I just need to focus on getting more resources. You want to know why? Because don't you think you could help more people if you had more money? And this was my way of thinking. I was like, I just need to focus on acquiring as much assets as possible so I can invest in the things that I really want. But some of y'all, and I'm not telling you that's what you should do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not telling you that's what you should do. I'm just telling you that find that one thing that can open up everything for you. Some of y'all, it's social media. Some of y'all, it's your business, whatever it is. But I just want to tell you one thing about success. It requires personal development. I need everybody to comment the word personal development. I really want to drill this in your brain. You cannot be successful without personal development. Do you know Michael Jackson's library was humongous? Michael Jackson was an avid reader. And the reason why I'm telling you cannot do this without personal development is because the mind is the key to everything. Some of you guys, you cannot even spot opportunity because you do not have the mentality to do so. Your mentality is not at the mentality of success. You are not success conscious. You are lack conscious. You are doubt conscious. You are negativity conscious. You are poverty conscious. So when you are poverty conscious, all you look for is more evidence of poverty. And this is a science. Joe Dispenza talks about it. He talks about it. And when I realized, I was like, this is not about what I am doing wrong. This is about what I am not doing. And what I am not doing is I am not advocating I'm not, what is it? Advocate. What is it? What is it when you, is it advocate? No, it's not advocate. Allocating. I'm not allocating enough time to my mind. And my mind is what got me here. My mind is what broke me through things. My mind can heal, my mind can destroy. And there's one quote on here that I really want to read. And it literally says, if you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. If you think you can, you will. And if you think you can't, you won't. And what I realized was that when I first started, what I realized is when I first started, I had journals where I was writing down what I want. I had sticky notes everywhere. It wasn't some little kid shit like, oh, I got my goals here. No, I was reprogramming. I was using repetition. I was understanding the science of the mind, that it takes something to come in front of your face 17 times for you to remember it, for it to get ingrained. Right? So what I started to realize too is, when I was younger, I was more hard body about this. But then, as you get older, you start trying to play it more safe. You start getting hit in the mouth, but don't let you being hit in the mouth stop you from being aggressive. Okay, you lost money. You tried an investment, you lost money. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to be super, super careful now. No. Let me tell you why. Millionaires have to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars to be millionaires. Billionaires have to lose millions to become billionaires. So I was allowing temporary defeat, which is a part of the process of success, to stop me from keeping going. Some of y'all are at the point of temporary defeat and you're thinking, is this for me? You're thinking like, I'm a failure, I'm a this. When in reality, temporary defeat is the opportunity. But you can't view it like that if you're caught in your emotions. Every argument that you have with your partner is an opportunity to grow. You want to know why? Because it's an opportunity for you to understand yourself and to nip a problem in the bud. Period. And this is what I had to understand. I was like, oh my God, I've been a 6-figure earner since the age of 21, but I could have been a 7-figure earner at the age of 23 had I not quit on certain things. Had I not quit, right? Certain investments that I quit, that I stopped. Certain things that I was doing that I stopped because I reached temporary defeat. But the reason why I quit at certain things, because I was questioning, well, I'm losing. Is this actually for me? I didn't like what it felt like to lose. But it wasn't until I turned 25 that I started to understand losing is more of a sign of success than winning. And guess what? Think about this as a wall, right? And this is the wall that you're attacking every time that you try. Do you understand, if you attack this wall over and over and over and over, do you know what's going to happen? That wall has to give in. Anything that you attack over and over and over has to break. It has to break. It has to. And what I realized was, when I was younger, I was actually following the laws of success. I started making some money, 50K month, 60K month, 30K month, 40K month. And I stopped doing the little things, which was following the laws of success. So one of the laws of success that I really enjoyed from Think and Grow Rich, he basically said that Mother Nature will bend to your will if you have a strong enough desire. And I always thought that, right? But when you're around people who play it safe, they're never going to really allow you to think that way, because they're always going to, that doesn't make sense. Bend to your will. No, like, life doesn't go your way. Life doesn't go your way because that's what you think. And I started to realize, me taking on this adult mentality all of the adults, all of the adults, me taking on this adult mentality stopped me from growing. And I had to go back to the mindset of a child. Because a child doesn't care what you think. A child thinks what they think, and that's what they think. If I set this floor lava, this floor is lava, you heard? You feel me? So, I had to get back to meditating. I had to get back to journaling. I had to get back to writing. And some of y'all who think that's not the keys to success, you're going to find out real soon why it is, because there's a science to it. Y'all be thinking that successful people just be saying stuff to say stuff. No, those little things that you think don't work is actually what they're doing. It's actually what they're doing. When I bought my Rolex, I had a Pinterest full of pictures of Rolexes that I want to buy. When I bought my AP, I had pictures full of APs of what I did. And you know what's crazy? When I started manifesting the Rolex, I literally got it a month after. And I was like, damn, I didn't expect it to be that fast. And that's when I realized I need to be more aggressive about this. And again, I'm only telling you about Rolex or AP or so you can understand how big of a manifestation it is. But what if I told you, according to neuroscience, manifesting $100,000 and manifesting a penny is the same amount of energy in the quantum field? And according to the book Reality Transurfing, you're the one that puts too much importance on it. Because when you have $100,000, a penny is just like, yeah, right. When you have $1 million, 100,000 is just like, yeah, right. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Some of the things that you want to manifest in your life, you've given it too much importance. You've created too much attachment to it. And because you've created too much attachment to it, that's why it's not yours. This is why rich people, they have money laying around everywhere. They have money because they're above it. Imagine you're a person that's super attractive and you got hella hoes, right? When somebody calls you cute, you're not going, oh my God. No, you're going to be like, oh, thank you. Because you're used to it, right? When somebody likes you and they want to be with you, you're not like, oh my God, they like me, because you're used to it, right? You want to know why? Because you became the person that is normalized to. Some of y'all, when you start making money, you act, oh my God, I made my first. Normal. It's normal to you. Right? And it's literally a science that the mind cannot comprehend what's real and what's not. But some of you guys have forgotten this little law. And that's why I'm trying to get you to get back to the fundamentals of creating. Period. Having a listen y'all, $60,000 in 1 month at the age of 25, normal. That's honestly why y'all didn't see me. That's why y'all didn't see me. Because I was like, shit. That's why y'all didn't see me. But I took all of that information and I was like, nah, man, I gotta come back and I gotta talk about it. Right? And I was just like, also, you know what else? I'm not gonna get comfortable. I got a little comfortable when I made that 60K in that month. I got a little comfortable. No, don't get comfortable, because that's how you lose it. That's how you lose it. And you know what happened? Next month went to 40K. I was like, oh, I'm getting comfortable. I can't get comfortable. I have to keep writing my notes down. I have to keep journaling, keep reading. That's why I literally went to the store and I bought so many books. Y'all, like, you guys have no clue. I bought so many books. I literally got Becoming Supernatural twice. Like, so many books. Because I was like, the work never stops. You want to know why? Because I'm not working for money. I'm working to expand my mind and to expand what I think is possible. I'm looking to expand what I think is possible. Somebody said, what's the book list? You know what's funny? I actually break down all of my books on the Mystery School. And again, I am going to promote my book right now, and I'm going to tell you straight up. If you feel like you need to get back to the fundamentals of rewiring and changing your mind, click the link in my bio and join Sticks Mystery School, because that's what the fuck I made it for. That's literally what I made it for people who are looking to change their mind. I had to go back and do the shit myself because I thought I was too good to write my goals down. I thought I was too good to visualize. I stopped. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You did it before. You guilty of it too. You was consistent with it, working out, meditating, visualizing, listening to the podcast. And once you got it, you stopped. And then you went back to where you were, right? If you already in the Mystery School, go rewatch the videos again and take notes on it again like you're a child. Because that's what I was doing with Think and Grow Rich. And I have tons of videos breaking down Think and Grow Rich on there, right? But that's what I did. I was like, I'm going to read every word out loud because I need my brain to hear it. Because the outside world is trying to get inside. And I need to do more internal work than I'm allowing external. All right? And somebody said there's always something new to learn. And that's the thing too. Some of y'all think that because you read the book once, you know it. You don't. Because I've read this book over, 10 years. 10 years. I've been reading this book for 10 years, right? And it's crazy because I read it today and it's still something new in it. Excuse me. It's still something new in it. Right? And this is the book that I'm literally going to be breaking down on the Mystery School. This book, this one book, nothing else but Think and Grow Rich. Nothing else. Why? Because this book can teach you how to get whatever it is that you want in your life, whether that be money or not. And guess what? I started a new bank account and I was like, my goal is to get this new bank account without transferring it to $20,000. $20,000 by October. I created a new bank account, and you know what I had to do? I had to write it down. I am so happy and so grateful now that That's not child's play. Millionaires are still doing this. Create a new bank account and create a new goal to fill it up. So I created a new bank account, and I was like, this bank account has to be filled by it has to have 20K by my birthday, October 23rd. Yeah, I got my investment portfolio, but that's cool. I'm not worried about that. We need to worry about how do I stay hungry for it? I already read Outwitting the Devil. Y'all, listen, I literally got damn near every Napoleon Hill book there is. I got Outwitting the Devil. You feel me? I think I got 2 of those. Like, one thing about me, just because I bought the book once don't mean I won't buy it again. That's how hard-body I am about this book, guys. I bought this book at least 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times. This book is on my TikTok shop too. If you guys want to get it from there, you know what I'm saying? But as you guys can see, all I'm doing, I'm reading every page out loud and I'm taking notes, right? When the opportunity came, it appeared in a different form and from a different direction than Barnes had expected. That is one of the tricks of opportunity. It has a sly habit of slipping in by the back door, and often it comes in disguise in the form of misfortune. But guess what? If you look at misfortune as like you're not good or you did something wrong, you're never going to see the opportunity in it. And if you think about it, Neville Goddard said the same thing. A lot of times we literally have the manifestation that we want, but we're not the person to recognize that it's been in front of us the whole time. A lot of y'all, you literally already have the very thing that you're manifesting, but you can't recognize it. For example, when I was broke versus when I had money, I realized that there wasn't really too much of a difference between the 2 versions of me. I still smoked. I still did this. I still that. The difference was I was just more disciplined about my mental work and my personal development. So I had to create a rule for myself. Personal development is non-negotiable. And you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you guys, only today, I'm going to give you guys a coupon code to join Sticks Mystery School. Only today. Right? Only today. And what I want you to do is, I want you to study it, because if you listen to it every day, there's no way you're going to be easily irritated, easily negative. Because when you start listening to it every day, imagine this live. Imagine you listen to this live every day. Do you think that you're going to default back to your old self? You're not. And this is something Joe Dispenza says. When you are constantly repetition, repeating it over and over and over again. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I have blah, 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 blah. I'm so happy and so grateful now that my manifestations are coming into reality. I'm so happy and so grateful now that I'm successful. I am whole, perfect, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. You get what I'm saying? Having these things written down to the point that you can repeat it. All right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a coupon. Repetition is the father of learning. I'm going to create a coupon, right? I'm going to create a coupon. And this coupon is going to be called, repetition. I hope I spelled that right. Repetition. Yep. Repetition. And I'm going to take 28% off of the mystery school. All right. And guess what? If you decide not to take it, that should let you know that you never actually was taking this serious to begin with. And some of y'all may be like, oh, she's just saying that. But quite frankly, you know why I'm saying that? Because I've noticed that hungry people, they don't wait. And some of y'all wait, and then you wonder why you're still waiting. So I'm just adding it on here. And guess what? I'll be able to see who's taking it serious. I'll be able to see who's actually watching the videos. I can see y'all progress. So when you tell me, oh, Ori, I've been thinking negative. Well, guess what? I can see how many videos you watched. I can see. And I can see that you didn't finish. I can see that that's why you're dealing with negative thoughts, because you're not willing to do the work. And the work is not hard. The work is not hard. The work is not hard. Somebody said, wait, I don't get paid till next week. Sweetie, this is like $20-something. This is like $20-something. $20-something. The link is in my bio. Click Linktree, and it's going to say Sticks Mystery School on there. All right? Or you can DM me and I'll send it to you. All right? But it is active. And guess what? The code is repetition. All caps. Repetition. Repetition. And I actually want to teach something today. Do y'all mind if I teach y'all some info today? Do y'all mind if I teach today? Do y'all mind if I give y'all some game today? Because I actually want to teach about it. All right, cool. So, faith is the first key to riches. Faith is the first key to riches. Now I see why Tony Robbins is a billionaire. Now I see why Napoleon Hill and Bob Proctor, they were successful. The reason why is because they didn't have no other way of thinking besides the one way that they knew work. Bob Proctor literally will walk around with this same book. He would walk around with this book. He kept it, and he would always buy a new one and a new one and a new one. And he would always reread the chapters over and over and over and over and over and over. Do you really think that you're going to think negative when you're constantly reaffirming something positive? The brain cannot believe in two separate things. Either you believe you're abundant or you believe you are in lack. Period. And when you believe you are in lack, you don't ever accept the idea of failure. When you read a book like this, Think and Grow Rich, failure doesn't exist. It don't exist. And when you destroy failure and you banish it out of your life, do you know what happens? You only allow success in your life. And then what happens is that when you're met with defeat, you don't see it as the end. You see it as, oh, this is a redirection. I'm getting closer. That's the difference between those who win and those who lose. Those who win never really lost for real. They may have failed, but they never lost. Those who lose, they quit. Yeah, you took a L today, but did you quit? If you didn't quit, then you didn't really take a L. You actually gained some type of strength. Because the thing about life is, think about when you were driving, right? When you made that one mistake. Think about it. When you first started driving, you was making a bunch of mistakes, right? You done hit somebody curb. You done hit, right? Eventually, over time, you started to learn, okay, when I turn the corner, let me hit the brake because last time I did da 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 da. What I just said to you right there is the epitome of success. And then you want to know what makes you even better? When you can learn from other people's failures. Then you don't even have to go through the emotion of what somebody else went through. You get me? The one thing that I invest in the most is my mind. Is my mind. Is my mind. That's what I invest in the most. Is my mind. Your limitations are strictly based off of what you think is possible. And in the book Think and Grow Rich, he literally said, go in your dictionary or your thesaurus and rip out the word impossible. And it's so funny because when you look at the word impossible, it's literally I'm possible. Even the word impossible can't even believe its own shit. Even the word, like, really think about that. The fact that the word impossible literally says I'm possible. Like, damn, you can't even stand on your own. Right? So I'm trying to find another part right here. Faith is a state of mind which may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instruction to the subconscious mind through the principle of autosuggestion. So the only way you're going to get what you want is by repetition, repeating it over to yourself. Repeating it over to yourself. Look. Listen to this. And again, I go deeper in this on my mystery school. So like I said, can somebody comment the coupon code? The coupon code is repetition, right? So look, before success comes in any man's life, he is sure to meet with much temporary defeat and perhaps some failure. When defeat overtakes a man, the easiest, most logical thing to do is to quit. That is exactly what the majority of men do. More than 500 of the most successful men this country has ever known told the author their greatest successes came just one step beyond the point at which defeat had overtaken them. Failure is a trickster with a keen sense of irony and cunning. It takes great delight in tripping one when success is almost within reach. You know what movie perfectly explains this book? Rocky. It's not about how hard you get hit. It's not about how hard you get hit. The truth is, it's about how you get up after you've gotten hit. And that is what makes you successful. That's why I wrote the book, The Crown. Because when you start, what I'm trying to teach you to do is embrace adversity. Hello, you told me you were sending out my order the weekend of August 22nd. My love, your order actually has been shipped out. I actually did. I have the pictures. Listen. I have the pictures. I actually already shipped your order out. Hold on. Because I knew it. Look. Yesterday. Baby, I got receipts. Look, it says yesterday. It's been shipped out, baby. Don't worry. I got you. Hold on. It's been shipped out, baby. Don't worry. I got you. I promise you. It says yesterday. Don't worry, baby. I got you. Don't worry. I told you. I'm going to make sure that I can't let you down, baby. I can't let you down. You feel me? So don't worry. I got you. All right? So what I'm trying to get you to do is I'm trying to get you to embrace friction. Because if you can embrace friction, then that means that whenever adversity comes, you're going to know. You're going to be able to look out for opportunity. Some of y'all, you don't actually know what opportunity looks like. Some of y'all do not actually know what opportunity looks like. And this book will teach you what opportunity looks like. This book will teach you. And I'm breaking down this book. I'm going to put the workbook. I'm going to put the workbook also on my mystery school because we're going to do the workbook together. You can download the workbook, okay? So what I want y'all to do right now, and I can check who joined. What I want y'all to do right now is join the mystery school because this is what I want to do. The way that I am going to enforce this into my mind is I'm going to teach on it every day. Every day, a new video. Every day on the mystery school. Every day. You want to know why? Because if I truly want to be successful, I got no choice but to lock in with it. Because you know why? I'm sick of being at 6 figures. I'm ready to hit 7. I'm ready to hit 7. I'm ready to hit 7. And guess what? In order to hit 7, I have to lock in and be even more disciplined. Every level requires a new you. Every level requires a new you. And like I said, if you want to support me, get Think and Grow Rich from the TikTok shop. It's on my TikTok shop. That's if you want to support me. If you're like, nah, girl, I need to get this shit tomorrow, then go on Amazon. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. I get it. You feel me? Because I know how I'm talking about it. I'll be like, bitch, I need to figure out how to get this bitch today. I'm going to Barnes & Noble today to get that motherfucker. You feel me? I feel you. All right? So, check it. All right? So, listen, y'all. I love you guys. I gave a lot of information today. I gotta do my reading for today. I gotta do my studying for today. But I have 2 videos that I'm uploading to the mystery school today too. All right? So, listen. It's your choice. I'm going to get to where I need to get to regardless. And I'm trying to document and teach you what I'm doing. So you either going to ride with me or you going to watch me. All right? I love you guys and later.